Listen up. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast belong solely to the podcast participants, and not to any participant's employer, organization, committee, or other group or individual. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. You know, for fun. So lighten up and enjoy. Stomping Jen.
Hey, what's up?
It's for the second to last time I might ever say that.
Why?
Well, winding the podcast down.
Yeah.
We have one more interview after this that we pre-recorded with our great friend, Joshua Michael Stewart, poet extraordinaire. I actually saved his to be the last interview we publish. And then after that, we have one more episode.
Okay.
Before I would take our break or redo things.
Okay.
That's it. So, listeners, enjoy. This is it.
Okay.
Anyways, this episode is going to be our New Year's episode because it's 2023.
Already.
Yeah, today's January 2nd, believe it or not.
It's crazy.
2023. So I have some resolutions that I'm going to read here.
Are you going to read them resolutely?
No. I'm just going to read them. I don't even know what that means, how you resolutely do anything. And I guarantee you I will not achieve any one of these resolutions.
Okay.
All right? Here we go. The Soft Serve Podcast. Creamy, delicious ideas without the creepy truck. Well, Stomping Jen, it's 2023 again.
And again?
Yeah, they say time is a circle. Didn't you know that?
Yes.
So I think it's probably been 2023 already.
You think so?
Well, if time is a circle and time doesn't exist, it's always been 2023.
Or is it just timeless time?
Timeless time.
Well, I mean, according to the Jewish calendar, it's like 5789 or something.
Yeah, 5789. Can you imagine that? Well, anyways, they say it's 2023. I don't know if I believe them, but that's what they say. It's been
The year of our Lord.
Who's Lord? I don't think I have a Lord. I'm an atheist.
Our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
I'm an atheist. I'm going to say that as I sip my lemon zinger tea.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Jew.
What does that have to do with anything?
Nothing.
Are you an atheist Jew?
No.
Oh, okay.
What's an atheist Jew?
Well, it would be somebody who, like, culturally is in tune with and identifies with Judaism, but doesn't believe in God. Right? You're not that cocky. You're not going to come out and say it. You're not going to say, I don't believe in God, right? No, of course not. I'm not even an atheist, even though I said that. I think I lean more towards being agnostic, pro-collective consciousness at this point in my life.
What's a collective consciousness? Like
don't wanna,
living in a simulation, but like
I mean, it's
of our collective consciousness.
It's entirely possible we live in a simulation. I mean, that's just a mathematical probability. It's even probable that we live in a simulation. But the older I get and the more I read and the more I expose myself to, I'm more and more convinced that consciousness is somehow separate from the physical body and that it somehow endures.
Okay.
And
all this pain is an illusion?
That there's more. No, I don't think the pain's an illusion. The pain is very real. I mean, do you experience pain?
That's a song lyric.
Whose song lyric? Who are they?
Tool. Is it Maynard or not? It's Maynard.
Yeah, it's not a very good song lyric because pain is not an illusion. Pain is real, even if we're in a simulation. That's the interesting thing about simulation theory is that even if we are living in a simulation, we are born, we live, we experience pain, sadness, happiness, pleasure, all of the things. Being in a simulation doesn't take away from the experience of life. I mean, it is the program we live in to have all those things. So pain is very real to us, right? We live and we die. I don't know. I don't want to get.
You should listen to the words of that song, though.
Okay, I'll listen to it. Okay. You send me the link to the song and I'll listen to it. Okay. But we're not going to have many opportunities to review that sort of thing here anymore. Because as I said in our intro, time's running out.
Mm-hmm. Even time's a circle.
It's running around on itself. Let's put it that way. We're coming back to the point where there was no Soft Serve podcast. Okay? Soon there will be no Soft Serve podcast. It'll be out there. It lives
in posterity.
Yeah, it'll be out there on the internet.
Still available.
Yeah, it'll be out there on the internet. So, we'll see. Anyways, so we're just getting off of this. I like to call it the long week off.
Yeah.
God, I don't even know how many days I had off. I'm at that point now where I'm not even sure what day it is intuitively, and I love that feeling. Mm-hmm. Like, I know I have to go back to work tomorrow, and that fills me with a little bit of terror. Because I'm not sure I can do it.
You can do it.
I can do it. Anyways, how was your long week off? Did you have a long week off?
I worked here and there.
How did that feel?
It was fine. I'd rather just not have to think about anything, but unfortunately, that's not the nature of a self-employed human being.
Right. Now, my vacation, my long week off was interrupted by various people emailing me.
Yeah.
I showed you some of these emails I got, and without revealing any details whatsoever, you can attest to the fact that they were batshit crazy and incredibly disruptive, right?
Yeah.
It made me think to myself, like, why the fuck am I doing any of this?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's a conversation for a different day, but that'll never happen because we're only going to do one more me and you episode, listeners. So enjoy this. I keep threatening people.
Yeah, why do you do that?
What if I change my mind and we don't end it?
And we don't end it.
Oh. How do I walk back all these things I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't have a response for this.
You don't have a
line
response.
Of questioning.
All
I'm
right.
Sorry.
All right. Well, all right. So your long week off, you had to work a little bit here and there.
I had to work a little bit here and there. It was punctuated with bouts of illness that ran through our entire family at different points in the
I don't even have that
week.
I don't even have that on my list. I mean, I can hear right now my voice is a little deeper because I'm coming off of a week-long cold.
Yeah.
I mean, you can attest to this. Yesterday, I was barely on my feet.
Yeah.
I was very, very sick.
Yeah, that was me Thursday. I became one with the couch.
Yeah. But I will say, God bless all of the people who go off and do things and are active and go places and on vacations, et cetera,
we did
et cetera.
Stuff. We didn't go on vacation, but we did do a few things.
Well, let me make my point. God bless all those people. I enjoy very much doing nothing.
Yeah.
I love sleeping till 9:30, getting up, coming downstairs, fucking around on the internet for a couple hours, watching a couple hours of TV with the kids. That's the printer going off.
Yeah, thanks, printer.
That's my fault. So listeners, that may be the last time you hear the printer going off in the background. Enjoy that, okay? I'm going to point out all of the potential last things that you're going to experience.
Oh my God. Stop threatening everybody.
Let me turn the microphone in the direction of the printer. Oh, wait. I have to be talking to hear it. So
That's all right.
hold on. I'm going to cough. I'm going to mute the mic.
You could still hear it.
I know it came through on yours, but it's not as loud.
Mm-hmm.
What was I saying? Oh, I enjoy sitting on the couch.
Being a slug.
Watching TV, then going like for a walk or a run, then like having dinner, then watching a couple more hours of TV, and just not thinking about anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we binge watched about 4 seasons of The Walking Dead with the kids, right?
Never mind that Space Unicorn and I binged watched 30 Rock since basically Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then started Arrested Development.
Yeah, and I've been binge watching Last Man on Earth with Space Unicorn.
On the side.
I forgot how sexual that show is.
Yes.
Like, everything is about sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Cat's out of the bag now.
I mean, I'm hoping that the show isn't the thing that let the cat out of the bag.
I don't think so.
Anyways, so
yeah,
just hanging out and being together.
We did see Avatar.
That's been the long week off, hanging out and being together. Yeah, we went to see Avatar. I didn't have that on my list either.
God, you didn't even put everything we did.
No. What did you think of Avatar?
It was good. I feel like we should have pre-gamed and watched the first Avatar before we watched it.
Why?
Because it picked up as if you remembered everything that happened in the first one. They didn't really give much in the way of background, which was fine. I mean, but it was 13 years later.
That's a really good point, because I really, for a few moments, my mind was taken up with trying to remember who was who.
Right.
And what their relationships were. Right. I mean, I have to hand it to the movie. They didn't really waste a lot of...
No, they jumped literally right into it.
They were kind of too bad, so sad if you didn't pregame the first movie.
Yeah.
There wasn't an opening, reminder thing about who everybody was.
No.
I mean, all of that being said, I really enjoyed it. It was probably the absolute best 3D I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you said that to somebody else.
Yeah, my brother, Hogshank. I was talking to him about it. I'm going to unzip my sweatshirt. Okay, people, so this is probably the last time you're going to ever hear me unzip an article of clothing on the podcast.
Jesus Christ.
Now, you can pretend it's not my sweatshirt. You can pretend it's something else. Okay, here we go.
Anyways, How many movies have we actually ever seen 3D?
Oh, plenty. Lots.
Yeah. Yeah,
lots. A lot of those Marvel movies we were seeing in 3D for a while. Mm-hmm. So we've seen plenty of them. Yeah, I loved it. I would recommend it to people. The story, the first Avatar story wasn't all that great. It was basically Dances with Wolves.
You think so?
It was, 100% was. That was the story.
This one's sort of a bridging to the next story, though.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how interested I am in seeing that next story.
He left so much open.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the thing that draws me the most
is the visuals.
That and the promise that we're going to get to see a new race of Na'vi people who live on that planet, another clan. So not forest people, not ocean people. We're going to see another type of Na'vi.
The desert people. Are they going to be different color, you think?
I'm assuming they'll be desert. I don't know. Maybe they'll still be blue. Well,
because the forest people were blue, but the ocean people were green.
Yeah, they were bluish green.
Yeah, but they were not the same color.
They were more aqua.
And I think that was intentional.
Well, yeah, it had to be, because you can't tell them all apart. They're all running around.
Right.
But I will say they make the faces look different enough where you can kind of begin to tell them apart. I thought.
You think you couldn't tell them apart?
No, I could. Based on the faces. What? You couldn't?
They also had different features, altogether. The ocean people's, arms were different and their tails were different.
Well, yeah, they were the forest Na'vi, the ones we saw in the first movie, were making fun of them because of their big fat arms. Right? They had big giant forearms for swimming.
Right, for swimming.
And they had flatter tails.
Right, for flippering.
Yeah, and they were making fun of the forest people because they didn't have those adaptations. Right?
I thought they were making fun of them because they were hybrids.
Not all of them were hybrids. The mother, I forget her name, was not a hybrid. She mated with the Avatar. Right. And
This is going really deep into Avatar land.
So then whatever her name was, she got with Jake. Was that his name?
Yeah.
She got with Jake, who was an Avatar.
Right.
And they had children somehow. That was like the miracle that they were able to have children. Right? And those children looked different. The children had 5 fingers like a human instead of the 4 that a normal forest Na'vi would have. Anyways, this is all shit I picked up on the fly, like as I was going along, and had to piece it all together because I didn't watch the first one. So this is an incredibly long-winded way of saying to people, go make sure you see the first Avatar.
Before you see the second one.
Because you're going to be fucking lost as fuck.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that was big. I really wanted to see that movie. I enjoyed it. I got my popcorn, sat there and I watched it, and I ate popcorn. That was good.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody was too disruptive. Oh, there was somebody, some fucking piece of shit old person sitting down like in one of the front rows, had their phone open and they were reading CNN.
I don't understand how you saw this.
Okay, I've explained this to you 1,000 times. I'm very perceptive about my environment. I pay attention to everything happening around me. And unfortunately, a lot of that shit bothers me. Listen, I'm a sensitive person. Why are you laughing?
All right, keep going.
I'm very sensitive. Anyway, so this guy's on his phone, and I was like, all right, after the 3rd time, I was like, this is enough. I cannot pay attention to this movie with this.
Wait, this happened 3 times?
He took out his phone 3 times. On the 3rd time, I said, enough is enough. I'm getting up, and I'm going to go say something to this fuck. So I got up, I marched down there. He's on his phone. I lean in. I said, excuse me. He goes, "Ah!" And he jumps, and he like cowers to the side. He like curls up in a ball, and he's looking at me. I said, can you put away your phone, please?
Yeah.
I said, I'm having a really hard time paying attention to the movie.
Yeah.
He goes, okay, you scared me. And meanwhile, I'm thinking, oh my God, this fucking guy's going to die. Right? And I walk back up to my seat. Now I'm watching the guy, and he's still slumped over in the corner.
Oh my God.
Right? Looking like he's going to fall over. I'm like, oh my God, I just killed this guy because I scared him to death.
But he was fine.
Eventually, he sat up. He righted himself.
He's probably embarrassed.
He didn't take that fucking phone out again.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It's like you get caught doing something bad.
He was doing something bad. They have a whole minute-long thing about not taking out your fucking phone. And I paid $53 with our discounts to see that movie. Fuck you and your fucking phone. If he took it out again, I was going to shove it up his fucking ass.
I was more annoyed about the people that sat in front of us because that woman that was sitting in front of you, she like sat down, immediately put her legs up, her feet on the chair in front of her, and pushed back.
Fucking asshole.
And so like her chair was like into your legs.
That was fine. That didn't bother me.
I don't know how that didn't bother you.
It just didn't.
That bothered me.
Okay, well, you should pay attention to you.
Yeah. And then behind us, these kids, like, they kept gasping about the 3D.
Oh, well, they were just into the movie. Yeah. That didn't bother me at all. That was all, like, within the realm of appropriate behavior. Right. They were excited. They were little kids.
Yeah. I wasn't annoyed at them. I was annoyed at the woman with the legs.
Like, believe it or not, listeners, like this is one of the reasons why I will subject myself to a movie experience. Is like, I like the appropriate reactions of the crowd.
Right. You like the communal experience.
Yeah. Like I was actually
experiencing a movie together.
Yeah. Like I was actually enjoying like listening to those kids be mesmerized.
Yeah. Every time something came on the screen, they were like, whoa, that's so cool.
But don't you remember that feeling as a kid? Like when you went to go see Star Wars or Indiana Jones or like...
We only went to the movies like once or twice a year.
Okay. I can't help you with that. But I'm just saying, like, isn't that a feeling you can connect to as a human?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, isn't it better than having a bunch of surly fucking teens sitting there in front of you on their phones?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's why you go to a movie, for that experience. Anyways, that didn't bother me. I loved having those kids back there, like, losing their shit over it. Because I was feeling that, too.
Yeah.
You know, like, those feelings every time, like, something new and amazing popped onto the screen. Yeah, so that was Avatar. That was a big tentpole activity of the long week off. Mm-hmm. And then we went to this place in Boylston, Massachusetts. The Boylston
Tower Hill Botanical Garden.
Tower Hill Botanical Garden. Now, I thought Boylston, Massachusetts was in Boston for some reason.
Because it sounds like Boston.
Well, I finally pieced it together. There's a Boylston Street.
Oh, yes, there is Boylston Street.
In Boston. So in my mind, Boylston was Boston.
Okay.
Anyways, we went there. Mm-hmm. And basically it's this, like, I don't know, 100-acre property, something like that. A big, like, property that it's all of these curated gardens. Mm-hmm. And they string up, like, a bunch of, like, holiday lights everywhere.
Yeah. They weren't just holiday lights either. They were, like, artistically done. Like one of the greenhouses had like a underwater theme. They had big jellyfish like coming down off the ceiling.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Not as magical feeling as the one we went to go see out in the Berkshire Mountains.
Why was that? I had that same reaction. I don't know if it's just because we had just seen it last year.
I think it was all the people. And honestly, the lights were not as well done.
Yeah. Yeah, but honestly, I think, like, you know, for me, it didn't bother me that it wasn't as cool of an experience as the one out in Sturbridge because, not Sturbridge, Stockbridge, Massachusetts. Stockbridge, but
which is in the Berkshire Mountains.
Yeah, just because like we were there to see our family mainly, and that was just like an activity to do at the same time.
Yeah, and unfortunately, my cousin, I forget her podcast name, Strawberry Mom got COVID.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't see Strawberry Mom, but thankfully Uncle Pine Tree brought my second cousins.
I do not remember what their names are.
Well, I know their real names.
No, I know.
Listeners. I just forget their podcast names.
Yeah, and Mastiff Mom was there.
My sister, Mastiff Mom.
And Uncle Hockey.
Uncle Hockey was there. I forget all of the kids' podcast names.
I don't remember.
Anyways, my niece and my nephew were there, so it was good to see them all.
Yeah.
We had a good time walking around and talking.
And they had a s'mores pit, which all the kids were like, I don't want the s'mores. So I bought a whole bunch of kits.
And of course, they all ate them.
Yeah.
Nobody would... Why? They didn't want to commit to the s'mores.
No, they didn't want to walk around with them.
Yeah, and then some hot chocolate was obtained.
Yep.
Then it was just fun. We had a little dinner beforehand, got to catch up.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah. Nice to see family.
Yeah. Trying to think if anything horrible happened. It didn't.
No, nothing horrible happened.
Yeah, it was all good.
Yeah.
That was, that's Tower Hill, as you said?
Mm-hmm.
Tower Hill Botanical Garden?
Mm-hmm. There's one next year, if we decide we want to try to do it again.
Yeah.
The Edith Wharton property, the Crane Estates.
Where the hell is that?
So that is actually right outside of Boston. So listeners don't know what this is, but...
They might. Why are you shitting on the listeners?
Well, because this happened to you and me. So when we were looking for a caterer for our wedding...
Okay.
And the caterer that we ended up using, they were like, you can come, because we had a debacle with our wedding caterer, the one that we had wanted to use.
Yeah.
They bailed on us. So then I found this other caterer, and they
Right.
were like, you can come and meet with us, but you have to come before this wedding we're setting up for. And that was where the wedding was.
Oh, at the Crane Estates?
At the Crane, I think it's the Crane. It's the Edith Wharton house. It's right like outside of like, not Weston. What's right outside of Boston? Like Waltham.
Waltham. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right out there. So they like deck out that house and the property out there. That would be fun.
It's too far to drive.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I don't like driving at night.
It would be fun. You know, we saw our other friend out in Newton for after Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And it took barely any time to get out there and come back. It was like an easy
That's
day
true.
trip. It really
That's true.
wasn't that bad.
That was nice going out there. She always cooks up a big feast.
Biryani.
Yeah, biryani.
Biryani.
Yeah, I felt bad this year, though, because in years past, we'd had a tradition of drinking together. I would drink with the husband, whiskey.
Yeah.
And in recent years, so we're going up on almost couple of days. It'll be 3 years since we quit drinking.
Oh, thank you very much.
See,
Thank you. Appreciate.
I can take in feedback and learn.
Thank you.
Anyway, so it's been almost 3 years, and like the last couple of years, you know, I feel like I've had to be like, no, sorry, we're not drinking, blah, 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 blah. But this year, there was no alcohol.
Yeah, there was no alcohol at all.
Whatsoever. I feel like it's because I'm a wet blanket.
I don't think so.
I'm a non-drinking wet blanket.
No, I don't think so.
No? Mm-mm. All right. Maybe they stopped drinking.
No, also, like, the husband had just come off a 24-hour shift from Christmas.
Well, that's all the more reason to drink. Anyways, it's this weird thing where I feel like people are uncomfortable because they know I don't drink.
Oh, that's a you in your head problem.
Well, I said I feel.
Yeah, I know.
I said I'm framing that with I language.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's the genesis of that is my own feelings. I understand that.
Yeah.
I know that may not reflect reality.
Yeah. But
So-
that's all we really did.
But it was a great time. It was really good to see them all,
Yeah.
despite my own internal feelings of guilt.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do I ruin everything with my feelings?
Feelings.
You ever notice that?
Yeah. In years past, we've like done day trips here and there. I was reflecting. I was jealous of my 7 years ago memories on Facebook when we went to Howe Caverns for the day.
Howe Caverns? Where is that?
Upstate New York.
Yeah, I remember that trip.
It was fun.
The kids were much littler,
They were.
but they were like 8 and 5, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem all that little to me.
No. 7 years ago.
I think about the fact that we have a 15 and a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
That's fucked
They're going to
up.
be 16 and 13 this year. What was that?
I just don't know how to react. Well, that's really all we did.
Yeah. I went on a big hike today.
Well, hold on. I'm not ready for that. That was the long week off.
We also had Hanukkah gifts.
We talked about Hanukkah the last...
We didn't talk about what we got.
Do you remember what you got? Because I don't.
What?
I can't remember anything. My mind is gone.
You can't remember what you got for
Not
the holiday?
really. Let's see. I'll try to remember. You can
Okay.
test me.
Alrighty.
What did you get?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, I know what you got.
I got...
Just focus on the things I gave you.
Well, nobody else gave me anything.
Oh, all right.
Except the
That's
Space
fine.
Unicorn gave me a pair of socks.
2 of your presents, by the way, you weren't able to get right away.
One of them you told me was going to be for my birthday.
Yeah, right.
So one is the Tool crystal skull with a fetus in it. Their first sculpture foray into sculpture art.
Yeah,
That was my first gift.
yeah. Let me explain this a little bit more for
Yeah,
people
go
since
ahead.
you're not doing a good job explaining
you.
it. So Tool, there's this artist they collaborate with on a frequent basis. What's that guy's name?
Alex Gray.
Alex Grey. He's a psychedelic artist. He has an interesting story. If you hear this Alex Grey talk about his journey, sometime when he was in college studying, he became very suicidal. And he took acid. And he had a psychedelic experience that he credits with saving his life. He says it lifted him out of his depression and introduced him to new ways of seeing the world. And he started creating art.
Psychedelic art.
No, it's art.
Well, it's like it deals with the psychedelic consciousness.
It's not just the psychedelic consciousness. Anyway, I know more about Alex Grey than you do, apparently. I've heard many interviews with this guy.
Go ahead. You tell us then.
Anyways.
He's the Church of the Sacred... What is it?
Anyways, Alex Grey believes that psychedelics, acid, psilocybin, DMT, ayahuasca, which is DMT, but and other substances are a gateway to other levels of consciousness.
Okay.
Right. And they open up deeper understandings of consciousness, our bodies, and how our bodies connect to consciousness in the universe, and that consciousness writ large is connected throughout the universe. He's an amazing, amazing artist.
We just circled back to the beginning of this conversation.
We did.
The collective consciousness.
I don't even remember that.
All right, go ahead.
So anyways,
because time is a circle.
Yep. So he also does
a lot of the artwork.
Installation-based and sculpture-based artwork. Mm-hmm. And he's produced artwork for Tool over the years, a band that Jennifer loves dearly. And so one of the things that Tool asked Alex Grey to do for them this year was commission a sculpture for Tool fans, sold through the Tool website. This is a sculpture of a, what is it?
It's a skull.
A skull, thank you. I couldn't remember. A skull, like a crystal skull with a fetus inside of it. It's pretty amazing looking. It's like probably bigger than the skull itself is probably bigger than like a coffee mug.
Yeah, it's smallish, yeah.
Yeah, if you turned a coffee mug on its side.
Yeah.
Right? But not inexpensive, but they were only making 1,300 of these things. Mm-hmm. So I figured, you know what? Usually we don't buy each other big presents. You know, we really don't. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm going to buy this for Jen. So I embarked on 4 days of absolute paranoia of trying to procure this fucking statue for you. I tried, because I don't know if people know this. I'm basically financially a fetus. I'm connected to you through some kind of like invisible financial umbilical cord. I have no financial independence. I live off of you. Everything...
No, wait. Stop. You're giving people the wrong idea. We both work and contribute to the revenue of our family.
But
But I manage the finances.
We have combined bank accounts. You manage all of the finances.
Yes.
You pay the bills.
Right.
Anyways, there's nothing I can do.
The house is still here and we have heat and electricity.
But my point is, I can't operate independently and surprise you.
Which isn't true.
Right. I don't do this PayPal shit and this Venmo stuff. Like, I don't do that.
And prepaid cards or whatever that you can buy at CVS.
I'm not going to go buy a fucking prepaid card so I can get you a present. Anyway, so I'm running around attempting at least to... I'm like, okay, I'll use my Discover card. Maybe...
The card that we never, ever use. So you make a giant purchase on it, and then what happened?
My fucking logic was... you wouldn't see it until a week after I gave you the printout of what the present was.
Right.
So I buy this thing. Immediately Discover starts sending texts to us. Did you purchase this thing from Tool Store for for hundreds of dollars of money? Like,
it's because you never used the card.
I'm like, oh my God, that my cover is blown. It's all...
You were so upset.
Oh, I was beside myself.
But I didn't know what it was. Because it said it was from Music Today. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
Anyways, I thought for sure you were on to me, and you
had
knew.
no idea.
Okay, because I thought you would be.
I literally had no idea.
I literally thought you would be sitting at your computer, clicking the refresh button, trying to buy this for yourself.
No.
Why?
I told you this. I had no desire to buy it.
Now I feel like I didn't get you a good present.
I didn't say it wasn't a good present. A present is something that somebody wouldn't really necessarily buy for themselves.
Okay, anyway, so I managed to surprise you with this, hopefully, and got you that. That's coming. It's not going to ship till the end of January.
Yeah, they're historically not so great about shipping their merchandise on a timely manner, which is totally fine.
Yeah, so...
so that was the first present I got.
I don't know what else I got you. I got you a bunch of books. I can tell
you got me some books.
Right.
Yeah, which I'm enjoying. I've read 2 of. I'm almost done with the second one that you gave me, and you gave me a 3.
Yeah.
You got me a Ninja blender.
Oh, right. You wanted a new smoothie blender.
Yeah.
How's it working out?
It's great.
You like it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agonized over that purchase too.
Yeah. You got me a Ninja blender.
I got you taco earrings.
Taco earrings. A cute little like pig head sculpture art thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Uh-huh.
Is that it?
Is that 8 presents?
I think so. And then your birthday present, I got you this, which I gave to you, like, kind of, I don't know.
Oh, you told me you were buying it.
Yeah, that your birthday is in 2 weeks. We won't be here. And we also won't have a podcast to celebrate it, because there's no more podcasts coming. Mm-hmm. That just made me sad.
Oh, my God. Anyways, it's a painting workshop.
It's a painting workshop with Kim Carlino, a Western Massachusetts artist who was on our podcast. So you should go look up her episode and listen to it. She's an amazing artist.
I feel like I'm missing some of the gifts you gave me.
Yeah, it's not important.
Tell them what I got you.
I'm going to miss some. I'm just warning you. Guys, my brain is Swiss cheese. I'm becoming dumber by the moment.
Okay, why don't you tell them?
All right, I think the first present you got me was a 1 square foot plot of land in Scotland.
5 square feet.
5 square feet? Oh, it's bigger than I thought. Yeah, it came. So I got the deed to that land. I intend to travel there and see it sometime.
That's the point.
Do you know where it is?
I have the latitude and the longitude.
Oh, but I'm asking you
if you like it is,
roughly know where it is.
No, you could probably look it up on a Google map.
Somebody told me they think it's probably on the Trump golf course.
It might be. I don't
if this
know.
was a scam, a Donald Trump scam.
It's not a Donald Trump scam.
You sure?
Yeah.
You got me that. You got me Bigfoot socks.
No, your daughter did.
Oh, okay. Space Unicorn got me Bigfoot socks. You got me a terracotta skull. Terracotta skull. You didn't get me socks?
No, Space Unicorn did.
You got me 2 boxes of cereal. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer cereal and Captain Crunch. Were those separate presents?
No, that was one night.
That was one night? All right, so hold on. The plot of land, the terracotta skull, the Captain Crunch cereal. Fuck, how am I going to remember 4 more? That was 3.
Yeah, that's 5 more. 8 presents.
Oh, man. I can't remember.
How do you not remember?
I told you, my brain is gone.
I got you some t-shirts.
I never would remember those t-shirts. Yeah, how many t-shirts?
2.
Is that all on one night?
Yeah.
Okay, t-shirts.
I got you the art that you told me.
You got me a road poster, which is really nice, which we have to get framed. That's 5. What else?
What else did I give you?
You don't even know. Tea? Did you get me something related to tea?
Coffee. And a coffee maker.
That's 6. I've been using that cold brew coffee maker.
Is it working?
Yeah.
You got me a tea infuser, a cat tea infuser.
Yeah, I got you a cat tea infuser, but I can't think of what else you got me.
There was the little print, the little Bigfoot print, but there was something else with that.
Yeah.
Oh, the little Another ornament.
Oh, a Yeti ornament for a Christmas tree that the cats ate.
Did
Cats
they
ate
eat
the tree, yeah.
Did they eat the ornament?
No, they didn't eat the ornament. They don't care about that.
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah, that was good. Thank you. I enjoyed all those gifts.
Yeah.
It was nice.
What was the big one? The last night. Oh, your coat.
Oh, you got me a coat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you got me an LL Bean coat.
Yes.
I'm blanking on what kind of coat it is.
The main down parka. The Baxter.
Yeah, my head hurts a little bit. I might be having a migraine. So, which is why I can't remember things. I'm struggling for words. The Baxter parka.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. It's very warm.
And you cooked a goose for Christmas.
Oh my God, that goose. But it is the gift that keeps on giving, the goose. We cooked some potatoes tonight in the goose fat.
Yeah.
Were those good?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wouldn't recommend cooking a goose to anyone unless you want to do a lot of work for very little return. There's not a lot of meat.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fat that comes off of this goose. Like I took at least 4 cups off of it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to reuse it here and there. The fat, it's sitting in the freezer.
Yeah.
So.
And you made cranberry sauce.
Which is super fucking easy, by the way. I didn't know how easy it was.
Yeah.
I used a quarter of the sugar that was called for.
Yeah.
Because they wanted a whole cup. I used like
a quarter cup.
A quarter cup, maybe even less than that, actually. And I thought it was perfect.
Yeah.
I like it. I prefer my cranberry sauce on the tartar side.
Tart.
Yeah, that's it. That was Hanukkah and Christmas. Yeah. New Year's Eve was quiet.
Yeah.
We stayed in, right?
Yeah. You did make your own pizzas.
Make your own pizzas.
Except you made all the pizzas.
That's fine.
I crafted the ingredients.
Yeah, you wrote down what they were and said make them.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah, and they were delicious.
Yeah, I thought they were good. And then we watched Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton, right? We bounced between that and
Ryan Seacrest and Anderson.
Yeah, so that was it. And that brings us to the New Year's. Do you have resolutions?
Not really.
I see this anti-resolution stuff going around. People being like, I'm not going to make resolutions. Instead, I'm setting goals.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, just call it a fucking resolution.
I think,
I don't know what's up with these goals.
I don't know. I saw a lot of people like recapping their entire year and like talking about like how next year and...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hold on one second. I just want to do something. Keep talking. Talk about these recaps.
What recaps? Where are you going? What's happening? What is going on? I don't understand. What's happening? All right, he's coming back.
I was just shutting the curtains. It was a little too echoey for me.
I don't know. Like I was saying to you today at dinner about how, I was getting a little worried like a week or two ago because I was feeling like I have like a max weight threshold that I'm not really happy about crossing. And then I realized this morning that I'm like the same weight I was last year at this time.
Okay.
And my weight like just fluctuates naturally around the same kind of numbers every year. And it doesn't matter. And I work out. I'm pretty active, moderately active. I don't say I'm like extremely active, but
okay. So are you feeling better about things?
I don't feel bad about them either. I mean, I don't know.
Well, who's making you feel bad?
Well, because, like January rolls around and you see all the ads for like, join the gym. You pack on all this weight over like Christmas break and.
Okay.
So it's just societal pressure that they like make you feel like you have to like new year, new you and blah, 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 blah.
New you? I can barely deal with the me I have. I don't want a new you to ruin. I've ruined this me. Do you imagine what I would do to a new me?
Oh my gosh.
Can you even think of that?
You're ridiculous.
Imagine having a new me with so much potential
To
and
ruin.
what I would do to it over a year. Oh, it would be a disaster.
Like, what's wrong with, like, who you are? Just be who you are.
Well, I mean, if it's me, there's plenty wrong with who I am.
Anyways.
But you, there's nothing wrong.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with me?
No, I'm a wreck. I totally understand. You know, why you would look at me and say you need a new you.
I wasn't saying you.
That's what I heard.
I was talking about, like, people on the internet who say new
I'm people.
year, new
I'm on
year.
the internet. I'm just kidding.
I'm not talking about you.
I'm joking. Yeah, I don't know. I've resigned myself to being in a constant state of disaster. A new me is not even possible. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the shoestring and bubble gum phase of my life. Right? Like, I have osteoarthritis. And, like, I can't even move in the morning. Like, my body doesn't start feeling like I can do things in good. I figured this out, by the way, why I can't work out in the morning.
Yeah.
Have you seen me try to put a sock on in the morning?
Yes.
I literally cannot reach my foot, my right foot, to put my sock. There have been mornings where I sit there and I stare at my foot and I say to myself, how am I going to get my sock on?
Why do you put socks on?
Because I like to get up and get dressed and, like, feel like I'm a normal person. You want me shuffling around this house in pajamas and bare feet all day?
Yeah, sometimes I find myself at lunchtime, like, still without a bra and in my pajamas.
Well, I'm all for that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a sexy look, by the way.
I'll take.
If you like Frau housemaid.
I mean, listen, I feel fortunate to have access to breasts.
Oh my God.
Right? I'll take them supported, unsupported. Take them anyway.
Access to breasts.
Well, I'm a heterosexual male who is interested in breasts. So, I mean, you know, do whatever you want with them. You know?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I mean, I have access. That's all.
Access.
Yeah. I mean, that access, you know, it's to come with, you know, consent and, you know, it's not. Right. You know, all of that stuff. I'm just saying. But anyways, I mean, walk around with your tits however you want them.
Thanks.
You're not hurting me any. That's what I'm trying to say.
I hear you.
Okay. Where was I going before you started talking about your damn tits? Oh, my fucking sock. So anyways, I can't exercise in the morning. I figured this out because I can't move.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like around noon, 11 o'clock and noon, my body is like starting to get warmed up again. The arthritis is easing. And I can do stuff. So like this morning I get out of bed. I can't put a sock on. Right?
Sorry.
4 o'clock, I can run 3.5 miles at 9-minute, 30-minute pace.
Yeah.
I feel fucking great. And I figured out this is why I don't ever want to go to bed.
Well, because you're like you're like bodies in motion. Because a body in motion stays in motion.
No, because it's like feeling like I'm being entombed. I know I'm gonna wake up, like feeling like I've been dead for 100 years and I can't move.
Sorry.
So it's like I'm finally feeling alive come around 10 o'clock at night.
I'm sorry for you.
You know what I mean? This is why I rage against the dying of the light. And I'll sit there in front of that fucking TV and watch Netflix all night. Because I don't want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Because I know on the other side of sleep is nothing but pain.
I'm sorry.
Are you really? And you can put my sock on for me in the morning, please. Give me some credit. I've never asked you to put my socks on.
You've never in your life ever asked me to put your sock on.
Right.
Thank God.
Yeah.
You gave me a pair of socks for Hanukkah.
I did give you a pair of socks for Hanukkah. They were purple.
You also gave me a flannel.
A neck warmer.
A gaiter. A fleece-lined gaiter.
Gaiter, right. Yeah. Anyways, So yeah, I'm just a mess. So no new me.
What's your resolution?
I have a list of resolutions. So I want to go back to you though. Like, do you have resolutions? Do you have goals?
There's like things I'd like to accomplish, like around the house. Like I really want to get the art on the walls and like rearranged a little bit.
Okay. Rearrange the art.
But when we have like time to do these things, I don't have the mental energy, the capacity.
We will in the summer. We're going to have a long summer without children.
We are going to have a long summer without kids.
8 weeks. Mm-hmm. We should start planning now, actually.
Yeah.
What was some of your other goals?
I mean, that's like a big one. Just to keep staying active. Just keep doing what I'm doing.
Keep being active. Okay. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. That's it? Just two?
I mean,
two is fine. Two is fine. I'm not judging you.
You know, like my professional goals, like there are things I want to accomplish.
Professional goals?
I mean, not like the stuff that I've been working on for the last 4 or 5 years or whatever. Okay. With like the town. It's like, I feel like some of the seeds I've been planting along the way are starting to take hold. So I'm hopeful that some of that will come to fruition this year.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah. 3 goals is good.
Sure.
I have 10.
Okay.
You want to hear them?
Sure. Yes.
These are real. They're not jokes.
Okay.
I sat down and thought deeply about these, I usually do. I take this seriously.
I know you do.
Okay. All right. This is in descending order. All right. I want to give less fucks.
Okay.
I feel like I care way too much about certain things. Mm-hmm. Right. I'm thinking about this fucking asshole was emailing me over vacation.
Yeah.
At some point I said to myself, you know what? I'm not responding to this shit.
I told you
Fuck
not
this
to
person.
Respond. Yeah.
And they sent another email later and I didn't even read it.
Good.
I filed it away.
Good.
I said, I'm not giving into this drama. I'm going to give less fucks about this. Mm-hmm. And I don't give a shit what the fucking outcome is.
Good.
So I'm going to try to give less fucks.
Good.
So I'm going to keep doing that. This one's going to be hard. I've been watching a lot of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
When?
Just at night when I am afraid to go to sleep because I don't want to wake up in pain.
Don't we go to bed at the same time?
And I sneak downstairs when you're asleep and I watch TV.
No, you don't.
I do sometimes.
Do you for real?
Sometimes.
When?
You don't even know.
How is that even possible?
I am like a little mouse. I can slink out of bed and tiptoe downstairs.
I don't believe you.
It's true.
When have you done this?
You heard me watching Curb Your Enthusiasm the other night.
I went to bed early and I said I'm going to bed and I knew you were still up, but I don't think that you ever really sneak out of bed.
Anyways, I've been watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, rewatching it. And I know Larry David's depiction in that show is a fictional character. But one of the things I admire about his character is that he tells people what he really thinks.
Yeah. Are you going to do more of that?
I want to.
So you're going to give less fucks. You're going to tell people how it is.
And tell people what I really think.
Great.
Right?
Great. I'm so looking forward to this.
Like that guy with the cell phone in the movie.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? That's it. I'm getting up and I'm going to say, really?
Because you don't give a fuck.
Because I don't give a fuck what happens.
You're going to tell it like it is.
Yeah, I'm going to tell it like it is. All right. My third goal, resolution. It's a resolution. Fuck goals. My resolution.
You're resoluting that.
I'm going to keep running through the year.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, you got back up there.
One of the challenges I have faced in years past is I sometimes stop in the winter, right? And then I lose my progress.
But you love running.
I do love running in the cold.
I don't understand. Why would you stop then?
I'm also a big pussy and I don't like the wind. There's a lot of wind in the winter.
Uh-huh.
So that stops me from going outside sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, let's see. So I'm going to keep running through the winter and hopefully carry myself into the summer. I do like running in the summer more now these days. Mm-hmm. Now that I hate the cold more because I'm older and I'm more sensitive to the cold. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. We've talked about this. We've talked about it on this episode. I'm going to do less podcasts. episodes and focus on other creative stuff.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I have a plan.
Great.
Right.
You're a very creative person.
Part of that plan is doing a lot of unsupported breast paintings. So keep that bra off.
Oh my God.
Okay?
He's lying, people.
And I'm going to do a latex mold.
Great.
Of your unsupported breasts and paint that.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Making good progress towards this. I do have a goal weight I want to get back to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in a crisis, but I'm not like focusing too much on it. So I want to get back to my goal weight. And that's part of why I want to keep running through the winter. And part of what's helped me recently is I stopped eating chips.
Yeah.
I don't eat chips anymore.
You snacked a lot at night.
Yeah. I am still snacking at night. I eat popcorn, though.
That's okay.
It's different.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Or am I just lying to myself?
I think you need to break yourself of the habit that you need a snack at night. Like, you don't need a snack at night.
Can I snack on your tits?
Oh my God.
Sorry, you've got tits on my mind. Sorry. I apologize. All right. Listeners, I'm sorry. You're not going to have to hear this anymore.
Threatening them again.
I'm not threatening. We have one more episode after this.
Okay.
I think it might be called the Unsupported Tit Spectacular. All right. I want to spend way less time on social media.
Mm-hmm. You say that like every year.
Well, I have to if I'm going to meet my other creative goals. Go back to saying how creative I am for a minute. Go back to that. Please.
You are very creative.
How
but
so?
You get into these like inane fights with people online for no reason.
I enjoy them.
You enjoy them.
So anyways, yeah, I want to spend less time on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just consuming. It's not creating.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fucking really feeling the fact that I'm almost 49 and fucking... I feel like I'm running out of time to accomplish anything creatively. Do you know what I mean?
No, but
that's
okay.
worth anything. You know, this podcast isn't worth anything.
Oh, stop.
Right? So, all right, spend less time on social media. I resolve to buy a new mattress this year.
Oh, God. I thought we just bought a new mattress.
No, we bought that mattress in 2015 before Trump was elected.
That's only 8 years old.
6 to 10 years is the recommended life of a mattress.
Is there really anything wrong with our mattress? All right, let's move on.
I don't know. I feel like I
literally feel like we just bought that thing, but fine.
All right, it looks like I'm not getting a new mattress. I'll cross that off my list. Since you control all the money, as we talked about, and I can't do anything without your permission.
It's not true.
Okay. What if I told you they make a special mattress to support breasts?
I knew you were going to say that.
Could we get that mattress?
What else do you have?
Okay. Let's see. I want to plan my 50th birthday trip. I still don't know what I want to do.
You should get crack-a-lackin'.
I don't know what I should do.
Well, what do you want to do?
I feel like I should divide it into possible categories. There's land, sea, and air.
Okay.
And I should narrow down from there.
Okay.
So what should I do?
I don't know what land, sea, and air means. And who do you want to spend your 50th?
All right, the air. People sometimes skydive. I'm afraid of heights, and so I'm not going to do that. Let's cross air out.
Like flying somewhere.
No.
Or cruising somewhere, or traveling somewhere by car. Or train.
I don't know.
Well, you should think more on it.
You think so?
Come up with a plan.
Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I got to think about it.
Time's a ticking.
It sure is. Okay. My second to last resolution is to read more. This is connected to not spending so much time on social media.
Yeah.
I lie to myself and tell myself that that's reading.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not reading.
No.
Like
but
I'm reading.
You listen to a lot of you consume a lot of information.
I know. My head is like a fucking.
I don't I never understand how you have time to have all of this content that you absorb.
You know those baskets that get filled with children's letters? That like
what?
Like little letters that the kids play with and stuff.
Yeah.
And you throw them all in a basket and mix them all up. That's like my brain with information.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Yes.
So anyways, I want to read more. Like I'm reading this book right now.
Yeah, do you like it?
What's it called?
Sea of Tranquility.
Sea of Tranquility by Emily
Mandel, Saint
Mandel something.
She's the one who wrote Station 11.
She wrote Station 11, which I didn't read, but I saw the show, which I fucking loved.
Yeah.
It's on HBO. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. Or read the book. I hear the book is great too. Anyways, I fucking love this book.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
It's good. It's a good book.
So I want to read more.
It was one of my Hanukkah presents. I already read it.
Yeah.
It was short. It wasn't that long.
I want to read more. So that's I resolved to read more. And I'm sorry, yes, I see you all out there posting your lists of books that you read, okay?
There's so many people read so many books.
Well, I'm not good, okay?
I don't even keep track.
I can't do it.
What,
I
read
fall
the
asleep
books?
the second I open a book.
Oh, no, I'm the same way. I would like to read more, too.
Can
I
what
make
helps
that my
me,
resolution?
Though? Wearing my reading glasses helps.
Because you can see the words.
I don't get as sleepy. It's like my eyes aren't working out as much, and they don't get tired.
I do like reading.
Anyway, so I'm going to read more. And my last resolution is to go back and finish my book. Mm-hmm. I was looking at it today or yesterday, and like I realized I've written 40 pages. Mm-hmm. I'm reading this shit. I was like, who wrote this?
Oh my God.
I was like, how on earth did I come up with this? Mm-hmm. How did I write it? How did these words come out of my dumb brain?
I have to say, I really like your little Christmas short story.
Yeah, you did? Mm-hmm. Huh. Was that writing?
Yes.
Interesting. Well, I was writing it, and I sort of thought to myself, this is like a story.
Oh my God.
Right? It got me thinking again, maybe I should go back to this book I started.
Yeah. So if you have less time to focus on a podcast.
Well, I have to actually do it, though. This is the problem. How do I do it?
You have to set time in your day for writing. We've had writers on this podcast. They talk about their process. They make time every day to write, every day.
Yeah, but they all get up early in the morning. I can't do that.
You don't have to follow.
I'm afraid to move in the morning.
Their process. You could do that instead of wasting time on social media.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I might have to change some things.
Yeah. So you could say like first hour of the day instead of social media, I will.
But I also don't. Okay. So I have also found myself in this position of being a failed podcaster, right?
You're not a failed podcaster either.
Well, the chances
of us becoming like Joe Rogan.
That's not what I was trying to do.
But yes,
it didn't exactly catch on fire.
It's okay, though.
After 4 years.
It's okay, though.
So, where I'm going with this is, I don't want to say, look, I am partly very narcissistic. I want success. I want to be adored. I
adore you.
I know.
That's not enough.
No, it is.
It's not.
No, it is enough. It is enough. Which is partly...
It's not enough.
How could you say it's not enough? I'm not driven to do these other things.
What other things?
Step back and look. I'm clearly very satisfied in my life. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not somebody out there who is lit on fire by ambition. The reason this podcast exists is because I can sit here with you and do it. Mm-hmm. Right? You know what I mean? I'm like, somebody with more ambition who wanted more would like have put more on the line. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm the least ambitious person in the world, but yet I want all of the rewards that come with ambition.
The accolades.
Yes.
You want the rewards and the accolades?
Yes. Like when you told me you liked my Christmas poem, it lit me up inside. I felt so good. Is it so wrong to want to be loved? What?
I love you.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyways, so I'm going to try to finish this book this year.
Great.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'm not even going to say what the name of it is, though, because I don't want to curse
fine.
it. So.
And I like your Jesus art.
Fuck that. I won't have time for that if I'm going to be writing this book.
Okay.
How can I do multiple things? Anyways, I need to come up with a plan. I don't know how to hold myself accountable, though. That's the problem. Do you know what I mean?
Put it in your calendar, or you tell people you're going to do it.
How did I manage to do this for 4 years?
I don't know. You decided to learn how to do it, and you put it together, and you spend time and energy and resources.
No, that's not the question. I know how I did it. But how was I able to muster the energy to do it for 4 years and keep it going? I want to take that. Somehow I want to bottle that and put it on my book writing project.
But so then you need to take all of the time that you've now spent and stop and carve out the room in your brain.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I need to pause a little bit.
But I've been telling you for 3 years that we need to take a break.
I have a confession.
What?
I went running earlier. It's cold.
Yeah.
My penis is still shrunken.
Oh my fucking God. Why? Why?
Because.
But like, what does that have to do with what I'm saying?
What were you saying?
All right.
Sorry.
People, I can't anymore.
I'm sorry. I was obsessed with that. I've been obsessed with that for about 5 minutes. Tell me what you're saying again.
No, I'm done.
Please I'm interested.
No.
Please. I'm begging you. Tell me. What were you saying?
Tandy, stop it.
What were you saying, please?
I said you should take all of the energy from the podcast and put it towards another project.
How?
You have to stop doing one to do another.
Huh.
You can't. You only have so much. It's like a pie chart. If you slice yourself too thin in any one direction, stop it.
I didn't do anything.
I don't know what is happening over there.
Nothing. Slice myself too thin in one direction. Okay. All right. Got it. Focus. All right. This is what I'm afraid of. I'm going to free up all this time by doing less podcasting.
And then you're not going to fill it up with any.
I'm not going to get my book done. All right. Okay. Well, we'll still do episodes. They're just going to be less frequent.
Okay.
All right. But anyways, on this current schedule, there's only one more Jen and Brad episode coming. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna talk on that episode coming up. I'm gonna reflect on this process. You know, I'm gonna kind of reflect on where we've come, where we started,
where we went,
our journey,
what we learned.
What the future might hold. Okay. All right. Make sure you tune in next week or tune in for the next episode to hear Joshua Michael Stewart. Okay. Probably my favorite guest ever. Not just because he's a close friend, but he is somebody I really admire as an artist, right? And somebody who has always believed in himself and put in the work. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, really. So I thought it was appropriate to switch his episode up to make it the last interview we do on the podcast.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So also, some of the funnest podcasts we've done have been with Josh. I still remember the episode where
we drank an entire bottle
he and Chanel came in here. His partner, Chanel Dubofsky, who has been a guest, I think, twice on the podcast or more. an amazing artist and writer in her own right. The two of them came in here, and like you said, we drank an entire bottle of whiskey over like 4 hours.
It's like forever.
And we just fucking talked. And you know what? Like, that's the kind of shit I miss about this, was those types of conversations. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, oh man, those are so much fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I thought it was appropriate to have Josh be our last interview that we do. Okay. So tune in, listen to that, and then there'll be a final episode with you and me.
Okay.
Final episode for this current cycle of what this is. Okay. All right. Stomping Jen. Yes. We talked about 2023 coming in. Mm-hmm. We talked about New Year's Eve. We talked about Hanukkah. Mm-hmm. We talked about your tits. Mm-hmm. Right? My plans for your breasts, artistic plans, paintings, molds, maybe a special mattress. We talked about them quite a bit. And now we're talking about them again. I see you staring at me, telling me to stop. So we'll not talk about them anymore.
Great.
There'll be no talk of your breasts on the final episode of this cycle. Okay? Uh-huh. Okay. Can we talk about your cycle on the final episode of this cycle?
For real?
I'm just trying to give the people what they want. Okay, listen. What else did we talk about? We talked about my resolutions. Mm-hmm. Okay? Not goals, resolutions.
Yep.
Did we talk about anything else?
Avatar.
We talked about those blue creatures.
Yeah.
The Na'vi. Uh-huh. Okay. Listeners, thank you for listening.
As always.
Stomping Jen.
We appreciate you.
Oh, fuck that. You notice I'm not even telling people to go to our website anymore? We should take that whole thing down. Right?
When did we put that up?
2 years ago.
All right.
Time to take it down?
No, we should leave it up.
Oh. All right.
All right, folks.
Well, go to it. Don't go to it. I don't give a fuck.
All right, folks.
Okay. You know what I could do?
What?
On the website, there's that one page. I have to figure this out on my own because that woman we paid to do it, I don't want to pay her again. There's a whole tab on the website about trying to help people start a podcast for money. Yeah. I want to take that all away.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll put a little thing on there about progress on my book. Like a progress meter. You put in like the number of pages you've written.
Okay.
Should I do that?
No.
Okay, well, you heard it.
Because you know why?
No, I don't.
Because like the new trend in the internet.
Is to talk about what you're doing?
No, is to have those like link trees.
What's a link tree?
You know, like all the different links that you have for all of your different things.
Okay.
That you do.
Yeah.
Like more of like a resume, whatever.
Should I have a link tree?
I'm just saying. It's like a different way to think about it.
Yeah.
You know, that we have this. You have the Land of the Lost podcast if you ever want to do anything with that.
Yeah, I'll be doing another episode. I just migrated it actually off of the Podbean host onto the free one, Anchor.
Right. So, but like, then you have the link tree and it has all your links like for your creative projects or whatever.
Yeah. I have too many creative projects. When will I stop being creative?
Never. You're a creative person.
Interesting. How come some people stop?
What do you mean? Who?
All right, I want to go watch Mythic Quest.
Yeah,
can we do that?
I don't know. You keep talking.
You keep talking to me.
No, you
stop it.
Oh my fucking God. All right, folks. You heard it here first.
All right, say your thing.
Adios.
All right. Bye now, fuckers. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Wait, what button do I hit? Oh, here we go.
This world of ours, ever growing smaller, must avoid becoming a community of dreadful fear and hate. Those who have freedom will understand also its heavy responsibility. that all who are insensitive to the needs of others will learn charity, and that the sources, scourges of poverty, disease, and ignorance will be made disappear from the earth, and that in the goodness of time, all peoples will come to live together in a peace guaranteed by the binding force of mutual respect and love. I shall never cease to do what little I can to help the world advance along that road.